but it's really not. Having to think about people that you take out of your way is basically, moving on to living your life. It's not completely who knows what inventions you have in how you see relationships or whatever advantages y'all take from relationships, but it's an agitating topic because a move on is basically space is silence, and people do not communicate with each other again. You know what I mean? So I just feel like there is something persuading other things to feel that they can go ahead and, you know, not focus on the fact that people are not always going to be friends or, always communicating with each other every single day. And sometimes it could be because of the type of person you are or whatever. We all know the shouldn'ts and the shoulds. Let's be completely honest. We will give each other what we want, and we have our lives to mind. We literally have too much to do. We are too much. So one decision making needs to be done in one decision making. So, yeah, I'm not somebody to consistently go back and bother. I've been someone, I used to have a past where I try to keep talking to someone, but to be in a forceful way was more in step by step with both of our efforts. You know, all the emotional things that you would, probably ask or wonder were always, the bigger part to that person. So obviously it's the bigger part to everything. If the emotion said we're not talking to each other and stuff like that, fixing and non-fixing. Um, if that took more control and you're hurting physically, obviously things are going to be going away from each other. But sometimes, people keep going back to each other and they go away from each other. Now I'm somebody with the experience of hurt. I've been through this, so I know how to surpass that. But one thing I haven't surpassed is how someone cannot be comfortable with choosing whoever they want, but what they think they can just, what they're just left with. It's all right, but it's not, because you kind of leave the influence of others in other habits, language, emotions, and acts to be oh, it's whatever I have, um, besides what I want, you know. I really, really think that it's just something you need to confront. You need to say no. It is just no. And everything's like, no. It's all happy. I'm somebody to support that. I'm somebody to want to do that and, you know, push that to you, because there's a lot of things on this world, and you can be selfish to an extent, but you're not always supposed to be selfish. I mean, it comes to a point where every word, even a negative word, has a good to it. So selfishness does have a lot to do with it besides what you want and need, you know, which can explain I'm going to deal with this. That has a lot to do with your patience and timing you having to time and look on your own desires, and your desires giving it to you. When there's no patience, it's going to give you what you can have. But when you have more, you get what you actually want. And, your desires are a friend to build you. So you become before you get it. That's why patience is you. So that's very important. And yeah, I mean, I think that's almost it that I have. But something I can express to you guys is going through hardships is a growing moment for you. Um, it's not always about how everything's going to take it or how you take it, as in feel and see things, but what you learn and why it had to happen is what changes you as a person. Hurt is not and is like a privilege and a blessing. Um it's something that controls, slightly tames who we are as a person. And that's why accepting what it is important, and you more than anything for who you are. You know, so having to speak about that from the beginning, it's just a hope for other relationships that have looked at me again when there had already been a past of no relationship. So, yeah, I'm someone to not return to someone that I used to have. Back then, I was somebody to actually believe in returning with someone as a young human, but as you grow, you learn to accept that a new beginning is always the best and it will always be the best. So you will be always bringing new, things for the best of yourself, of anything, and everything else will. That's about it. So, yeah, I guess I'll be posting more videos about what comes into my mind and what I feel. Thanks. See you later.